The Errol Spence, Terence Crawford Jr. super fight, undisputed rumors are out of this world. It's getting crazy. Showtime, Steven Espinoza, G-checks and claps back to all that nonsense. You know, a little bit cryptic, but we're going to go through it. This is a direct quote from Showtime. Quote, as I've repeatedly said, it would not be productive to publicly discuss the details of certain negotiations while they are ongoing. Having said that, some of these rumors are comical, and that's coming directly from Steven Espinoza, head of Showtime Sports, and definitely their boxing programming. Listen, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I concur. Steven Espinoza must probably see some of the same stuff that I see. And the game's getting crazy. I understand the fascination with this fight. Terence Crawford, as I stated numerous times, he's an amazing, brilliant fighter, as is Errol Spence Jr. One guy got 3 belts, Errol Spence Jr., The Truth, Strap Season, Man Down. Hey, stop that cap. The other guy, former undisputed in his previous division, now he's looking to do the same thing at 147, which is welterweight in the boxing world. And he has the 1 belt, the WBO belt, got in his first fight, moving up from 140 after being undisputed, knocking out Jeff Horn. I was privy to be at that fight. I covered that fight, and that's just what it was. So I understand the anticipation. What I don't understand is the fact that you have a lot of people who are so eager to see the fight that you have boxing fans really just making it up. And when I was a kid, like I don't even know if they make it anymore, but let's say elementary school, my teacher introduced me to a type of style of book where you fill in the blanks. It was called Mad Libs, right? And it would say it would have a story, and then there would be a blank line, and then it'll say fill in with an adjective, use a noun. And you go around the room and people just fill in the blanks with random adjectives, random nouns, random verbs. So you read the story back with everybody, and it'd be like, John went up to the hill and pooped. And it's a crazy, nonsensical story. And then John touched the raggedy, nasty cat. Before going to bed, he decided to eat some candy bars. You know, and the whole story, like when you read it, it's this like disconnected, non-cohesive story that really makes no sense and is just kind of there to make you laugh. That is exactly what's going on with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. I mean, I've oftentimes said they're either going to fight or not going to fight. I'll be there to report it either way. It's not that serious for me. I get money, you know, as you guys know, this is what I do. Make sure you SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. I get money either way. Hopefully they fight. Great fight for boxing. I'll continue to break down whatever fights are made. But it's not my business to try to jump in the negotiations or really just speak on behalf of things that I'm not privy to or I don't. I mean, I've been on YouTube for so long. That's just not my deal. And it's not going to be my deal. If I know, I know. If it's something that I don't know, I don't pretend to, you know. I can let you guys know if something's my opinion. So that being said, I'm not here to like make up this Mad Lib story about what's going on. You know, I have my hunches, I have my suspicions. I'll tell you that if that's the case. But you see a lot of different rumors, and I see why Steven Espinoza felt the need, even though he didn't reference Errol Spence and Crawford. This is exactly what he said. You know, he said there's stuff we can't discuss right now, blah, blah, blah. So I have a notion that this is being talked about. And I don't want to get too distracted, but Eddie Hearn says he has a fight with Canelo in Triple G3 that he claimed was so much bigger than Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. But the lie detector test determined it's a lie. Because while I really hear nobody talking about Canelo Triple G Part 3, I hear no buzz, no activity, no ongoing conversations, see no shoulder programming or promotions for the fight, and the fight is coming up next month. Meanwhile, people, you know, and this is just showing the level of interest for Crawford versus Errol Spence. People are just arbitrarily making up stuff about Errol Spence. It's constantly been on the radar. People are trying to look at Crawford's facial expressions if he's given these little interviews here and there. He's been at the UFC event. He was at Maurice Hooker's fight, and people are trying to read into it. So, it just shows you the magnitude of the fight, and I get that. But we got to fix the boxing game to the point where it's just a lot of cap, a lot of clout chasing from boxers, a lot of fake, news and different things in the cycle. So I understand why Steven Espinoza said what he said, because here's the other thing. I've always maintained on my channel, the less we hear as a populace, usually the better for the negotiations, because the first way to not make a fight is to negotiate that fight publicly, because then you open the levees and the floodgates for everybody with an opinion to chime in with their opinion. Like if they were publicly negotiating Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, then let's just magically say the number that Crawford was offered was, I don't know, I'm just making a rant, $50 million. There's going to be someone who has a statement. Oh, he was formerly undisputed. He deserves more than 50 million. He deserves less. He's getting overpaid. You're going to have all the different opinions, and that's just the reality of it. So at the end of the day, the quieter they are negotiating, the better. And it leads me to this point. If negotiations have been very tight-lipped, and being in this business of boxing and having the longevity that I've had on my channel, I would say this: there's likely NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and different gag orders in place, because Errol Spence has not hinted, Terence Crawford has not said it. They're only saying the same thing. Oh, I think a fight will get done. Hopefully it gets done now or never. Just basic generic things. So to me, that's a good thing, because there's probably an NDA in place while negotiations are ongoing. Don't say nothing. Don't ruin it. And that kind of thing. And that's so much, basically what Steven Espinoza had previously said. So my theory or my statement is this: if negotiations have been this lockjaw and tight-lipped, then how are we getting all these news cycles and headlines that are suggesting all types of crazy? I've seen stuff that said Crawford is going to walk away because the money isn't right. Crawford was offered a slave deal and this and that. And my thing is this: they're not even saying anything. There's literally been nothing that I've seen that has been pinned up coming from a factual source in print where Terence Crawford actually said this. So it's just like a lot of guesstimation. And, like I said, to me, it's not even that serious. They're either going to fight or they're not going to fight. And I'll be here to report it either way. But I understand why Steven Espinoza, it's crazy. I remember one time I took a break off of YouTube and it was unannounced. I just randomly didn't produce any videos for maybe 2 weeks or something. And that's unusual, because you guys know I'm an animal. This is why you guys got to subscribe to the channel. I'm the best in the business. And I'm such a workhorse. I'm such an animal. I'm a mammal and an animal, right? So I pump out the content. People weren't used to that, especially unannounced. Like I didn't say, hey, I'm going on vacation. But it's just something I decided to do randomly. Didn't tell nobody. And I just didn't have any fresh content for a minute. This is years ago, right? I was reading the comments thereafter. And this is a little story for you guys. I was reading the comments during that absence, unannounced. People were saying all kinds of things about me, saying I got arrested. Some people said I was in jail. Some people said I was grounded, just random reckless things. And I didn't say anything to anybody. And I don't really tell people my business. And it really had nothing to do with anything. I hadn't been arrested. I wasn't in prison or jail. There was nothing wrong. I just decided to not produce content. But that, to me, showed me on the internet, it's not safe. Anything is possible. People, if they don't know or have the information, then they're going to do like Mr. Fantastic, Stretch Armstrong. They're going to reach and try to fill in the blanks, Mad Lib style, and make it up. And it's crazy. That's why, like I always say, subscribe to the channel. Be careful what information you take in on the internet, because you don't know where it's even coming or if it's coming from a good place. Some people, it's just doing whatever for clicks and views. And to me, it's not even that serious. Crawford, Spence, hopefully the fight happens. Either way, I'll be there to report it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm the best in the business as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.